All right, and welcome to both mics. Welcome.
Did you start?
Yes, we're started.
3, 2, 1. This is a show about nothing and everything. That is Mike Sofka.
And that is Mike Taylor. And together, we are both mics.
Both mics. Welcome to show number 33. 6?
Yeah, I better be careful with that. People think I'm throwing up gang signs here.
Right. Or being a white supremacist, you bastard.
Yeah.
Welcome to show number 33 of Both Mics. Heard everywhere. Podcasts are heard. Like iHeartRadio, Anchor.fm, and the other places. Anywhere you can find dirt, you can find Both Mics. Twitch.tv/Both Mics. Give us a listen. Give us a subscription or subscribe. Smash that button. Whatever those cool kids say.
You can do your Amazon Echo. You can do
yes.
Google.
Yes. Alexa, play Both Mics, and it knows exactly what to do.
Yeah. You do the same thing. Spotify.
I was impressed when I did the Alexa for the first time.
Yeah.
And that's bizarre. Michael, can you juggle?
No.
No?
No.
Oh. Yeah, me neither.
That was a video joke, folks. If you're listening to the podcast, you got to go check out the video for that one. That's a good one.
Yeah. I worked in produce for about 15 years, and I've had people repeatedly, I could teach you how to juggle.
Yeah.
Anybody can juggle. No, I'm like, I can't even juggle my thoughts. There we go. Out the door.
Well, when you get in a fight with a bunch of clowns, you always go for the jugular first.
I thought you were going to say, drop your pants and start chasing them naked.
Nice.
You ever see those videos on YouTube?
No.
I think they're setups, but someone's trying to mug someone else, and the guy will drop his pants and take his shorts off and start chasing him naked, and then he's no longer being mugged.
Nothing's scarier than fighting somebody, but nothing's really scarier than fighting a naked dude.
Yeah. No one wants to fight a naked dude.
Because guy don't care. He don't care.
Yeah. Exactly. If he's going to do this, what else is he going to do? Oh, Lord.
I thought I was crazy. I'm going to have to get naked. People are going to put me over the top. That's crazy.
We got a little thing here in the chat room.
Yeah.
J Wolf 98.
Yeah.
What are your names?
What are our names? My name is Mike. What's your name?
My name's Mike.
Perfect. There we are. We're both Mikes.
Yeah. Both Mikes.
Perfect. I like it. Hey.
Both Mikes can't be wrong.
Let's get right into the alien update here.
Uh-oh.
Buzz-looking alien! Where?
Warning! Alien approaching! Warning! Biophysical experiments extremely dangerous for Earth people.
That's a pretty good robot. He's a little bit of an alien, too. But I think he's an alien. You could be an alien robot, right? Not all robots are domestic.
I computed the aliens. They are capable of sinister and dangerous acts.
You weird alien man!
And that's our alien update is Musk, Bezos, who do we say? Gates. Branson. Branson's the new one. I'm still out. Jury's still out.
Branson's the new one. And then the honorable mentions.
Zuckerberg.
Tesla and Edison.
Yeah. The old guys.
And Franklin.
Well, you know what? All these people did well. They created stuff. They moved our society further on. I think we're a lot better off. There was an article I picked up on, get this, on VanityFair.com. I know. Okay. Weird, huh? Here's the thing.
It wasn't toilet reading, something that came in the mail?
No.
Math reading?
This person is quoted here that put up this article in Vanity Fair saying, being a billionaire is a lot harder than it looks.
I would imagine. You really think about it, and I can come up with 1,000 ways to ruin anything. You're a billionaire. You did so well in life. You're basically, you would think, what does he have to worry about? Then all of a sudden you start thinking, are they going to kidnap my children, my wife? Is someone going to kidnap me? Am I going to be robbed? I have more possessions now. Am I going to be carjacked for my freaking $100,000 Lamborghini? Things like that you have to worry about now. But with Bezos with his $150 million in security a year on his $81,000 salary, I guess he has nothing to worry about. But I'm thinking that way. You're just replacing old problems with new problems.
Well, there's about 2,000 billionaires on the planet that, according to this thing here, guys like Warren Buffett as well. Not sure he's an alien. I think he's just a smart dude. He's like the Ben Franklin type guy. But the thing I can't understand is these guys are burning through money. They're trying to go through space. Rocket fuel is the most expensive thing you could buy, and they're putting a lot of their money. It's the company's money, I get it, but that reflects on their stock and their wealth and so forth. They're literally burning their money by using this for rocket fuel and so forth.
Nice.
High-end cars, a Gulfstream jet worth $65 million for a jet. I mean, I guess you don't ride coach anymore. I get it, but
Yeah.
you know what? If being a billionaire is so hard, let me find out.
Right. I'll
Give
go
me
back
$1
to
billion.
being broke. If I don't like it, I'll go back to being broke.
Yes,
I promise.
I will. I promise. I promise.
There's multiple ways to die now. Like you and me, what is the easiest way that we can probably get killed? It would be driving our vehicle, right? Now, they're driving a vehicle, they're getting on an airplane every other day, they're flying into space on these rockets, they're going skiing, they're going cliff diving, they're going zip lining, all this crap that you and I don't do. They're boating, they're out on a jet ski, all this crap that you and I don't do. That's why we're still alive, and you always hear in the news, Sonny Bono hit a tree and died. Or, whatever the case may be, JFK Jr. dies in a plane crash. Well, because he's got a freaking airplane. He's a guy who freaking can't get a goddamn lawyer's license or pass the bar, and they give him a pilot's license, and he crashes into freaking Martha's Vineyard.
Or so
That's
they
why
say.
people die. There's more choices for them to die than you and me. You and me, we're not going to die here in the office of both mics. No. We might die in our car. We might die in a plane crash. We might die by someone else's hands. But they have that and so much more. So that's what's so stressful about being a billionaire.
Well, you know how we can figure out how and when we're going to die? We'll just ask Mike Stradamus next time he's on the show.
Yes. That or those things on Facebook, those little quizzes you take. You just take one of those quizzes. You'll know.
Stop.
Tells you.
You mean the things that those hackers run to get your last 4 of your social and your date of birth, and what movie was number one in the box office on your date of birth? Well, that gives him a week. He's just got to go through 7 days now to hack your shit because now he knows your birthday.
Right.
People.
Right. Never thought of that. No. My wife's friend Jim Stickley on security, talks about that stuff all the time. That and skimmers and who knows what else. So yeah, what was the first car you owned? Well, gee, let me tell everybody on Facebook that my first car I owned was a Ford Pinto, and this way they know my security thing, so they can change my password.
I put up a picture on the video here of the Mona Lisa.
Uh-oh.
Now
Did you know, according to Steve Martin, that what was impressive about the Mona Lisa is that it was created with one brushstroke. That's what was impressive about.
Stop.
I lie.
I know. Stop. I was looking for the bow and arrow coming out of her head or something like that.
Steve Martin jokes are the best.
Having her play a banjo or something, that would have been great. We should have got together on that.
My cat was embezzling on me. Oh God! Did you ever hear that skit about his cat embezzling on him? Oh, look it up on YouTube. Steve Martin cat embezzling.
I do like the one where he says, "So last week my mother calls me. She wanted money. She wanted $50 to buy food." I was like, "Fuck! Are you fucking kidding me?" So I worked her a deal. She's moving my weight set up to the attic.
Nah.
I think that was funny. I think that's good stuff there. Well, anyway, the reason why I bring up the Mona Lisa here in the Alien Update is that there's a bizarre petition going around now. On the last show, in show 32, we talked about the petition to not let Jeff Bezos back from space. There's a petition, 150,000 signatures on change.org, where people were signing up saying, yes, don't allow Jeff Bezos back from his space trip. Well, now there's another petition going around. They want Jeff Bezos to buy the Mona Lisa and eat it.
Okay.
I think this is a great idea. Do you know how many people this would piss off?
Like Brewster's Millions, the movie.
Yeah, just as long as you have no money left, you're good.
You're good. You take that stamp that was with the airplane that was upside down, that was made incorrectly by the Bureau of Engraving, and then he puts it on a postcard and mails it, like a $10,000 stamp. Yeah. Isn't there people out there who do bizarre things like this? Like I remember hearing somewhere there's a guy out there who ate
a banana?
A Cessna airplane.
Oh, a Cessna airplane.
Like an airplane. Like little by little, he would take pieces of this airplane and he would eat it. The metal, the fabrics, the wires, and all this stuff. He would just, People are freaking idiots. People are stupid.
Mikeism number 2. People are stupid. There you go.
Number 2.
There you go. There you go.
Stupid.
So,
but yeah, that he actually did this particular thing. He ate an airplane like a Cessna or something. Or,
nice.
maybe it was full of
there's a song similar to that. It was put out in the 60s. Supposedly this guy works at a GM plant, and it's like a country song. And little by little, piece by piece, he took a small portion of a car out each day with him. He stole it. And after 20 years, he had a car that he built.
It was Johnny Cash, one piece at a time.
Yeah, there you go.
It didn't cost me a dime.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Yeah, and I remember when it came out, my grandfather, his 3 brothers, and my uncle, and a cousin of mine all worked for Ford Motor Company in the Northeast, New York and New Jersey area. And remember that song, and it always reminded me of him.
Nice. Well, they say on the petition, now they got 11,000 signatures on this petition for Jeff Bezos to buy the Mona Lisa and eat it. They've only 11,000. That's not enough. So we got to get behind this one and push it over the top as well. But here's the deal. On the description on change.org, on this petition, it says reason you're going to do this. Quote, nobody has eaten the Mona Lisa, and we feel Jeff Bezos needs to take a stand and make this happen.
Oh God! What are people doing this for publicity? Are we missing the boat here on this? Is this something that we need to investigate? Do we need to have certain people do certain things and get notoriety for bothmics.com?
The Mona Lisa has the Guinness Book of World Records record for the highest insurance valuation on a painting. According to the New York Times, if adjusted for today, the Leonardo da Vinci painting would be worth an estimated $850 million. These guys got $200 billion. That's a drop in the bucket. That's like a good gratuity at a restaurant to these guys.
Right? And yeah, that's like 3 cents out of $1. Unreal. Have you ever seen the Mona Lisa up close?
No.
Like pictures of it up close. Yeah.
Well, I know it's all like cracking and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a pretty rough shape. For as old as it is.
I just thought maybe it was a realistic portrait and she had bad makeup on or something.
Right. Yeah. She had bad acne.
Well, the thing is I think when he originally painted this, it was an uneventful thing. It was like no big deal. It was just is it the smile? Is that what the attraction is to this picture? Is it the curiosity behind it? Is it the alien spaceship that you can see in the background? What is it?
That I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, it's just it's something that you remember from as far back as you can remember. It's always been there. It's always been a big deal.
I like it though. We've already petitioned for Bezos to not come back from space. Now we're petitioning him to buy and eat the Mona Lisa. I love it.
Michael.
Yes.
We have to get on change.org, and we need to make a petition now that Jeffrey Bezos will take the Mona Lisa into space with him and eat it in space.
There you go. We're going to take it to the next step. I like it. All right, we're still in the alien update here. There's our boy Elon Musk, if you're looking at video.
He's looking groovy there, huh? What's up, Elon? Groovy.
Oh, and I don't think I have the picture in here. Son of a beeswax.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. I'll get past it here. The reason why I'm even bringing up Musk,
Okay.
he's a billionaire. He's got $200 billion
Yes.
or millions of dollars
My
like
understanding.
Bezos.
Yes, that's 9 zeros for people counting at home.
162.8 billion, and the title of the world's second richest person at this time. Elon Musk is shrinking his real estate assets and now lives in a $50,000 house. The house is a prefab house in Starbase, Texas, near SpaceX headquarters. And basically he's pulling a Buffett here, because Buffett lives in an uneventful house, just like a modest brick house that he maybe bought for 20, 30,000 back in the day. It's probably worth a couple $100,000 now. So my question is not so much that I don't appreciate what he's doing, but what does that tell us? What's this signal? He's unloaded all his real estate. Does he think that the real estate market's at the top of the bubble, about to burst, that this artificial inflation of house prices is going to collapse on itself, kind of like it did with the mortgage crisis in 2006, 2008?
All right. Here's my questions. Now, one, is he single? Is he married? Girlfriend?
I don't know. I'm sure he's got another alien life mate. I don't know.
Right. I'm thinking he's a single guy, just as quirky as he is when I saw him on Saturday Night Live. I'm guessing he's a single guy. Maybe he has a girlfriend. And he is moving into Texas. He's building a battery factory right outside of Austin, Texas. And
for his Tesla cars, obviously, then.
Yes. So I'll bet you he's having a house built there. Now, he also has this... what are the new rockets that he's doing? These rockets that go horizontal and float back down, and then the last minute straighten back up vertically, and then land. That's also in Texas, right there on the Gulf of Mexico. I don't remember the name of the city. So here's the thing: he's appears to be moving to Texas. Is he having a larger house built, and he's just staying at this corporate house that cost him $50,000? And it's more than likely on the property where his rockets take off.
Well, according to this article here on benzinga.com, the reason why this is important is Musk has made good on a promise to sell his real estate, with the exception of one property listed for $35 million. The home in Hillsborough, which is halfway between San Francisco and San Jose, features 9 bedrooms, and Musk wants to find a family that would use that space. 4 neighboring Bel Air, California homes were sold for $61.8 million earlier this year. And then in 2020, he sold 2 properties for $36 million, and a $4 million home was sold by Musk in 2019. One of the properties sold was the Willy Wonka house, previously owned by Gene Wilder. Musk sold the home to Wilder's nephew, even providing him with a loan to finance the deal.
Nice.
How can you not like a guy like that? Every time I see Musk, he always has a positive spin on everything. Even though he's an alien, I tend to think he's a good alien, and maybe Bezos is an evil alien, and maybe they're battling it out here.
That's funny. I don't know. I think a $50,000 house, I'll bet you if we investigate where this house is, you can find out that it's on the property. It's
on the property with all these other prefab houses. See, he's smart. He did like the government used to do when they have big projects, like when they build the Hoover Dam or something. They knew they had to have people. People needed a place to eat, sleep, and live, so they made little towns. They popped up these shanty houses, and that's how they build stuff like that. It's the same thing here. They pop up these cheap prefab houses that don't cost anything, aren't anything. And a guy like Musk, he's not in his friggin' house anyway. He's everywhere else, right?
Right, yeah, and
it's a storage unit like for his shit.
Right, like those container houses that they make. But yeah, I was thinking, if he's single, what does he really need if he's single? You know, he needs a TV, he needs internet access, a table, and a bed, and a refrigerator.
I guess then if he hooks up with somebody and she wants a house, he's like, go buy it here, go pick it out, go do it, build it, make it happen. But here's my thing. Guys like this that have money, they don't have money because they've been stupid with their money. So if he's unloaded his entire real estate portfolio over the past year or two, I think that signals collapse is on the way. Same thing with his talking about Bitcoin, not Bitcoin. This other thing, was it Dogecoin, Doggy Coin, whatever they call it here, the cryptocurrency. He's scheduled to have a thing in July, like some sort of question and answer thing. I don't know if it's Joe Rogan. I don't know if they're going to be smoking weed when they have it, but he's going to be talking about the cryptocurrency. So I think whatever comes out of that show in July that he does, people follow what people. Isn't that the way you copy the successful pattern, the successful steps that other people took? If he's successful, other people are going to do it. So I'm afraid that this is going to cause an avalanche or a selling off in the real estate market.
All right, coming in on the chat room, Musk is with Artise Grimes. I guess that's a person. Is that a basketball player from the Lakers? Artise Grimes.
I'm going to Google her.
They have a child together. So, okay, I guess it's not Artise Grimes from the Lakers. I guess it's a female. They have a child together. And, of course, the person goes, read your chat. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah. I have two eyes. I'm trying to look here, and I'm trying to look here. But, yeah, we're getting good at this.
Well, this Grimes person, this Grimes that you're talking about here, if it's the same one, according to Verge.com, on March 1st, 2021, Grimes sold about $6 million worth of NFTs on Nifty Gateway. Remember we talked about this, about art and pieces of art and dunks in a basketball game, and Kevin Smith's even in the NFT thing, selling off parts of what he has, and it's all like digital. Like if you were to have like a card, like a collector's card, okay? If you had a card but it's digital and it's that moment in time, it's that thing in history. That's what an NFT is. Right. She sold them for $6 million. So money begets money. I'm jealous. I'm gonna call it. I'm jealous. I should have done that. I should do shit like that. Let's do shit like that, Mike.
You essentially need money to make money. You know, if you invest.
Stop. You don't need money to make. You do. It helps.
Other people's money.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing,
yes.
Right?
Okay. Yes.
Other people's money. And here's a perfect example of it. I was in New Orleans playing roulette at the Harrah's downtown, and I was betting $5 on the roulette table. And the way I do it is I bet 20 numbers. And I have a 75% chance of winning when you bet 20 numbers.
At $5 each?
100, yeah, $5 each. So it's $100. So when you bet $100, if you hit a number, you win $175. Essentially, profiting $75. So you have a 75% chance of winning that. It's better than doing black or red because you only have a 50-50 shot there. So I'm betting and I'm winning. And every time I win, she shoves, 37 chips that are $5 each over to me, $175. Everybody else at the table goes, "Wow, look at he's winning big."
Nice.
And they're betting $1 here, $1 there. You bet $1, you win $36.
How did you come up with this system, or did you find it, or did somebody teach you that, or what?
I just came up with it. I said, okay, what's a good number where where you can make some decent money? So here's the deal. That particular time, I went up, gave $100, I got all fives back. And it was two other people at the table. I don't like tables that are over busy. And I bet my 20 chips on the board. I won 6 times, I lost twice.
You're ahead.
And that's exactly 75%. I won $200, walked away. So I went with 100, I left with 300.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's good for you.
And the thing is, you gotta bet big to win big.
Yeah.
So you gotta have big to begin with to make more money.
No, it makes sense. I get it. It's a lot easier that way. I get it. And I have a system like that. I have a system for craps. You play craps?
Yes. I've heard this one.
Yeah. Well, for those of you who haven't heard it, just so I can get it off my chest here,
yes, of course.
Statistically speaking, mathematically speaking, there's a chance 1 out of every 36 rolls is going to come up snake eyes, and 1 out of every 36 rolls is going to come up boxcars, 2 1s and 2 6s. It's a $20 minimum bet to bet boxcars or snake eyes. You have to bet $20, but it pays 30 to 1.
Correct.
So you're winning on your $20 bet. You're going to win $600. Okay.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
the way you do it, you're not supposed to do it because you're not supposed to count cards and all that. Is you're hanging out at the craps table and maybe you're playing here or there, and then you hold and you're watching. You're like a step back and you're waiting for there to be 36 rolls before that snake eyes. If you get to 35, 36, if you get to 40 and you still haven't bet, start betting. The most I had to bet was $80 when I won, and I did lose $100. I stopped at 100 at 5 times. I was like, yeah, but it was on like a 40-second roll and it wasn't coming up. So it's math, it's gambling, it's all that. On an average, that's where it is. So
yeah, and you could go 100 rolls and it won't come up, and you could. And I've been at the craps table where like boxcars came up like 3 out of the 10 times.
crazy.
So, yeah, I'm totally with you on that.
But go into it knowing you're going to lose this money. Hey, here's $100. I'm going to burn this money. I'm going to have a great time. If I make money, great. If I don't make money, it's about what it costs to go out to a dinner and a show or whatever, you know?
Yeah. What I want to, I go on group cruises sometimes, and what I've wanted to do with like the group is have everybody pitch in like $20 or $25 and get $500 and do my particular theory of playing the game with $25 a number instead of $5 a number.
I'm sold, dude. Next time, if I go on a cruise with you sometime, finally ever, and or we go somewhere, I'm in. I'll give you the money and we'll just do it.
Yeah. It's with $25 wins you $750. So your $500 single bet will win you $750 in a roll. And if you could do it 6 out of 8 times, geez, what's
It's math.
That's
It's all
that's
math.
a lot of money.
Well, you know what?
$1,000.
Being we're talking about the aliens and so forth, Google. It's funny when you say just Google and you shut up. It's funny. Google turned a man into a serial killer. This is according to AndroidAuthority.com. A Google algorithm mistake turned a Zurich-based engineer into a serial killer, popularly known as the Sadist. Somehow, it goes on to say in this story, it says, imagine you're up for a job interview or a first date, and the person you're about to meet Googles you, only to find out if you're a serial killer. Can you imagine?
I hate when that happens.
This guy's name is Hristo Gurdjieff. He was scrolling through his inbox when he stumbled upon an email from a former colleague. The message warned him that a Google search of his name brought up his image linked to a Wikipedia article about a serial killer. Turns out he shares the same name with a Bulgarian rapist and killer, popularly known as the Sadist, who murdered 5 people between 1974 and 1980. Obviously, anyone who would click through Wikipedia would realize it's not actually about him, the engineer, but it's about this other guy. But can you imagine? Maybe you don't even know this shit's out there and somebody finds it. I mean, surely there couldn't be another Mike Taylor, right?
Well, I basically have a story about everything, and
No.
all true. I know a little about everything
And a lot of nothing.
and a lot of nothing.
Yes.
That's for sure. All right, so you have a fairly unique name. Safka is unique. I don't know anybody else on the planet named Safka besides your siblings and your parents. Mike Taylor, on the other hand, when I lived near Disney. My son's name is Mike Taylor. His best friend, his name was Aaron Taylor. Now, Aaron has a dad and a brother who were both named Mike Taylor. And then there was a 5th Mike Taylor who lived in the town I lived in over towards Central Florida. My credit report actually shows my son's best friend's father's address as one of my addresses.
Wow.
That's how screwed up this is.
Yeah.
And, of course, I'm trying to make a freaking point, and it flew out of my head.
No,
like a little birdie.
I know of a lot of a couple songs. When I was in high school, it was cold. I was at Disney. I worked at Disney for a time, so I would get in free, and it was cold, and I had my Letterman's jacket on. I had my last name on the back, and somebody stopped me and said, "Is that the name of the school you go to, or what?" And I said, "No, it's my last name." The guy goes, "Get out," and he shows me his driver's license. He's got the same last name. He's from the New York area. And then later on, I came across this same guy again, and I followed along with what he had going on. Go forward another 30 years or so, my son is somewhere at some festival where he's somewhere, and somehow his name came up or something, and somebody that was standing near him said, "No way, that's your name?" And he said, "Yeah." And he said, "Are you related to?" And he mentioned my parents. And this is like my great uncle on my dad's side. This is his son, which makes them our cousins and all this. And we used to play together. Me and his kid.
I thought you were
when
going to say
little.
it was the same guy you saw at Disney, saw your son years later. At
No, but that would have made a better
cool.
story. Yeah,
That would have been a better story.
I should have
but-
said that.
Well, here's a funny one. The RFC where we worked there.
Yeah.
Hey folks, how you doing? Mike, I'm gonna be your server tonight. And people go, "No, hey, my son's name is Mike." I go, "Yeah, it's a real popular name when I was born." I go, "Wouldn't it be funny if his last name was Taylor?" She goes, "Yeah. Do you know him?" And I'm like, get out of here. And they were there visiting him because he worked at Magic Kingdom. And, his name was Mike Taylor. And I'm like, I can't get away from it. Everywhere I go.
There's a Mike Taylor not far from you. I didn't know this, and I saw the name, and years ago I sent you a picture. This guy was running for sheriff in Clay County.
Yes.
And then he ran for sheriff again recently, and I think you saw that again. Turns out that's the same Mike Taylor I knew back in high school. I did know Mike Taylor. He didn't go to our school. He went to another school, but I knew him.
What's funny is when Brenda came to St. Augustine last year, this time last year, believe it or not, we've been here almost a year, we went to the Columbia in St. Augustine downtown, and in the parking lot, someone had a bumper sticker, Mike Taylor for sheriff,
Nice.
Clay County. And, it's unbelievable.
I don't know if he won, but if he did win, I think you should just show up for him on day one.
Yeah.
Just show up. Put your feet on the desk. Walk in.
driver's
Hey,
license
it's me.
right here.
Yeah, there's a new sheriff in town.
And his name is Reggie Hammond. Yes? No? You get it?
So-
Objection? No?
So this
All right.
Mars Insight, you know how they have the Mars rover? They have this
Yes.
Mars Insight, the Mars lander. It's not getting power due to Martian dust covering its solar panels.
Yes, we talked about this, and it was shaking its things
Losing
to get the
power
dust
that could
off.
end its mission in less than a year.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Yeah, that reminds me, if you're in the chat, go ahead and hit us up. We'll send you some stickers. I like that.
Yeah, just let us know. We'll send you both mics.
80% of
Stickers.
its solar panels are still covered in dust.
Yeah, measure twice, cut once. Right?
Well, these
Am I
things have
wrong?
lasted years, and they've lasted longer than they were expected. They're on borrowed time anyway,
Okay.
You don't say.
Yeah, did I miss something?
No. All right, do you remember, I'm going to put this thing up on the video here. Do you remember what that is a picture of there?
Is that a turd?
It looks like a turd. You are correct.
A space turd.
It looks like a space turd. You're correct. This is that thing, Oumuamua, or whatever they called it, that was going to make a flyby on our planet. They thought it was going to crash into our planet. Then people
Right.
started thinking maybe this was an alien ship of some sort. Now, according to the New York Post, so it must be true, a Harvard professor suggests interstellar object was a spy ship sent by aliens. Just hear me out for a second. Just hear me out. We're going to Mars. We didn't send a dude to Mars first calf out of the chute. We got rovers and shit, probes. We're sending out experimental stuff. They're sending actual crash test dummies to Mars soon, so they know whether we could take the impacts or whatever, the gravity and so forth. This Harvard astronomer, Avi Loeb, suggested that recent intelligence reports of unexplained aerial phenomena, they call these UAPs, unexplained aerial phenomena, may provide evidence to alien ships sent to spy on our home world. This is a fresh this is the fresh scientific evidence that we are not the only intelligent species in the cosmos. Again, it's according to New York Post and this Harvard professor. Now, I know you find this shit hard to believe, but do you think it's plausible? Do you think it could happen?
Checking in the chat room here, they say space turd.
I like it.
So yeah, space turd, and you're full of shit.
I like it.
Yeah. That in a quarter will get you a phone call.
So you don't believe any of that?
How's that for a Mikeism?
Nice.
That and a quarter will get you a phone call.
I like that. Well, not anymore.
That's dumb.
Find a friggin' phone booth now.
Right? Yeah. No. It shows our age, or at least my age.
People watching this shit are going, what the hell's a phone booth? What is he talking about? Oh, is that thing on that Doctor Who? Is that what he's talking about?
Right?
Friggin' nerds. Hey, there's a chicken.
Hey, nice cock.
I had no idea that this was a thing. I had no idea this was a problem. But according to Gizmodo.com, we need to stop kissing chickens.
Okay.
If there's one thing everyone should know about birds by this point, it's that by kissing them is extremely stupid. What's Mikeism number 2?
Yes, people are stupid. Mikeism number 2. Whatever. I don't even like people kiss dogs and cats. No.
The dog's licking his ass, then he comes over and licks your face.
Exactly.
I'm out.